Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us. Well, we've got this big area of high pressure. It is still with us. In fact, it's with us for another week. And we're going to start to see some bigger downpours popping up over the next few days. So let's get into it. Here is Thursday's animated wind map. We've got the temperature added into it so you can see how much hotter it is through inland parts of both islands. Pretty much both the North and South Island looking a bit warmer than average. Some areas in the South Island are 8 degrees warmer than they should be for this time of the year at the moment. And North Island is anywhere between 2 and 5 degrees. The only exception actually is up around Northland, where this is a fairly normal warm weather for you because you're the winterless north. Okay, let's have a look at Friday. You can see a couple of downpours popping up on the east of both islands. Central Plateau and towards the Hawke's Bay Ranges, and then all the way along the mountains of the South Island and the ranges around Central Otago. I think the Central Otago downpours could be the heaviest. So it's just a little bit of sinking air pressure amongst this big area of high pressure, a little bit like having a puncture. Into the temperature map, and you can see exactly where that heat really is. So around the King Country area, it actually shifts a little bit around the South Island on Friday. It is not quite so hot. Thursday's a hot day for you, but Friday it's not quite as extreme as it has been. So a bit more warmth perhaps moving into the North Island on Friday. Now to Saturday, look at the downpours popping up around Central Plateau. There's a little bit of sinking air pressure in that area. Similar story still around the lower South Island. So these downpours are actually ticking up, not winding down. We're going to see more of them popping up on Saturday, but look at the main centres like Dunedin, Christchurch, Wellington, Hamilton, Tauranga, Auckland, Whangarei. A lot of those places are dry. I mean, you might get a shower, but it does look like most of these downpours are inland. Similar story for Napier and Hastings and Gisborne as well. So I think a lot of these big downpours will be in more remote rural areas, but of course that's important to note as well, with a lot of people at a critical time for growing plants and farming and planting vegetable gardens as well. And by the way, this is Sunday setup. This looks quite intense. There's a slightly more northeast airflow on Sunday that lifts the temperatures a little bit, certainly puts more humidity into the airflow, and that really, with the daytime heating, is going to spark, I think, some thunderstorms around Central Plateau on Sunday. They could spread in quite a few directions, and same story down around the South Island. And once we get to next week, there's no real end in sight. This is Monday, and again, more of these daytime downpours. The high still centered off to the west. The main part of it is actually out to the east, but it's holding on, and it holds on a bit like this for much of next week. So things might get a little windier next week. There's a bit of a sign over there that maybe we'll see a little bit more of a westerly wind coming in next week. That will stop these daytime heat showers in the South Island. So we'll keep an eye on it. That is all from me for now. Our next update on Friday.